90-Day Fiancé star Angela won't like paying her wayward ex Michale ilesanmi spousal support, but she might have to because, in the eyes of the law, he may actually deserve it. When Angela married a scammer from Nigeria, she should have considered the worst-case scenario, a messy breakup and money issues linked with a divorce. Love is always a gamble, and when it's an international romance between an American and someone from a foreign country, things can get even dicier. In matters of the heart, people can lose themselves and make mistakes. This is what happened to Angela. Angela saw the red flags and ignored them. She always had her doubts, but she pushed them aside. Inside every person, there's a primal voice that shouts out warnings. It's the animal in a person, letting them know that certain choices will lead to disaster. Angela heard that voice, but she muted it. Now he's stealing her fans, and Michale's flaunting an American lifestyle that doesn't include her. Michale is humiliating Angela. To add insult to injury, she may need to fork over some serious cash. If she does, she'll be even more bitter than she is now. In the clip above, via Moving Mad, at YouTube, Angela says Michale's just greedy. However, that doesn't mean that he won't get more of her money. When there's a real imbalance in terms of two divorcing people's incomes, the courts will typically try to correct it. This is why spousal support may be awarded to the party with less money, so they can maintain the standard of living they had during the marriage. In fact, this is commonplace and one of the reasons why smart people get prenups, even though it's so awkward to discuss these unromantic documents. They show a lack of faith in the future, but also realism. Angela probably didn't have a prenup, and she should have gotten Michale to sign one. Michale was Angela's dependent. Yes, he conned her from day one, luring the lonely Mima in with his sweet words on Facebook. However, the feisty and charismatic Georgia Peach should have known better. Blinded by flattery that was so insincere, she fell hook, like in sinker for Michale, who was green card hunting. This stuff happens every day of the week. The problem is that she married this guy. That added a layer of complication. Now, Angela must deal with heartbreak while possibly emptying her wallet. Angela seems comfortable but not rich. She's hustling all the time, doing meet and greet tours, hawking products, and appearing in the franchise whenever she can. She may have socked some money away while she worked as a hospice nurse, but the cost of keeping Michale in the picture was probably high. At this stage, she might have burned through a lot of her savings. If that's the case, there could be a nasty legal battle over the spousal support issue. However, when Angela brought Michale over on a K-1 visa, he became her financial responsibility. As Michale moves forward, flaunting a God Got Me t-shirt to gain sympathy at GoFundMe, he's seeing dollar signs. He wants money to fight Angela, who is desperate to get an annulment so she can try to get him deported. The situation is messy beyond belief and showcases the minefield that is a dysfunctional 90-day fiancé relationship. If the courts decide against granting the annulment, and Michale remains Angela's legal husband as they proceed with divorce, it's quite possible that he'll get a payout. The prospect of paying Michale, who's flaunting his new Paradise Men group, seemingly a hub for gigolo scammers who want to get with wealthy Americans, must really sting. They say you never really know a person until you divorce them. These splits bring out the absolute worst in human beings. The ones who give user and cheater Michale money at GoFundMe believe that Angela had it coming. They remember her tirades, her violence, and her ego. Angela's known for her Miss Piggy-style antics. They realize that she was, and is, a human tornado. When Michale wronged her by hitting her up for money and having sex with another woman, she gave him oral sex in exchange for getting a ride in his car. He should have known he'd eventually need to duck and cover. When she wasn't pushing a strawberry shortcake into his face or trying to tear his vehicle apart, she was flashing at the tell-all. Angie's out of control. She's the train that's barreling down the tracks at breakneck speed, about to derail. When Angela loses it, She forgets everything, detaching from reality. This is something she needs help with. Michael kept provoking her by being a fake husband. The situation was just nightmarish. She might have been awful to him anyway. But thanks to his cheating, lying, and other con artist activities, fans don't know what Angela's like in a real relationship. Since well-known women of a certain age attract losers regularly, no one may ever know how Angela functions in genuine romances. Yes, in some respects, her all-encompassing passion and sense of wild abandon are interesting. She does not do things halfway. Angela didn't become such a famous woman because her on-screen persona isn't electrifying. She's a mature woman who's profoundly alive. She is on fire. However, violence is never the answer, and because she's used it to get her emotions out and get her point across, Michael has a lot of supporters. On the other hand, this guy was just poison. What did he ever offer her that was sincere? Nothing at all. Just a bunch of lies, not to mention the money drain and the other women. Michael is not a good person. These two are toxic, but that doesn't mean they won't get back together someday. Sometimes there's codependency in these types of relationships. That dynamic can be disturbing, but it's real. The best thing Angela can do is respect the court's decision and try to move on. It won't be easy, but she's come this far. Angela will always find a way to survive. Michael has fame now, but only by riding her coattails. Angela has all the star power. She's the one who powers the motor that is their shared reality TV success. Yes, Michael could land on 90 Day, The Single Life or something like that, but he may not bewitch viewers without his sometimes maniacal ex. In contrast to Michael, Angela is